Rexy Games.
First things first, we have hit 10K, finally. I meant to do a lot more progress videos on accomplishing this, but I really got on the Mario Kart grind over the last couple weeks, and here we are. I don't know what our next goal is, but this is huge. This is absolutely massive. Well, welcome back to the second channel, everyone. I guess I just wanted to make a shorter video, but one of me yapping for a bit, because there's a few things I wanted to talk about that, you know, haven't really talked about on my main channel. So anyways, first things first. Yeah, I know it's been over a month since I've uploaded on here, but I had this realization about a month ago after the Zane Little and Odd Ones Out video. I had this feeling after it went out where when it came time to do another upload after that, it just didn't seem fun to me. I don't really know how else to explain it. I was really dreading doing it, and I was like, well, fundamentally, if I'm dreading doing this, I'm probably doing it for the wrong reasons. I've been inspired lately by a lot of people's channels. There are a few YouTubers in mind, one of which is actually Schlatt, a little side channel of his called The Weekly Slap, where he kind of just answers people's questions or gives advice, and I don't really plan to necessarily give advice, but I would like this channel to be more of that kind of talking about whatever, kind of not as crazy on the editing type deal, and something that's very low commitment, because I think that's the only way I can keep uploading on here, is if it stays low commitment. And that doesn't mean we're not going to have collabs and other YouTubers on. We will. I think a lot of it is going to be Mario Kart or some other Switch game like this, but I don't have any specific plans. Like I literally just thought earlier this morning when I woke up that I should make some kind of video, because it's been over a month since I've uploaded. And originally I was going to do weekly uploads. That was the whole pitch. It's like when I started in September, which I pretty much kept up weekly uploads for a long time. Honestly, there's like 20 or so videos on here that I've maintained weekly since the channel started in September, which I'm very proud of. But I don't think this channel's gonna be weekly like anymore. It'll be kind of whenever. At the end of the day, just having it a very low commitment thing, something I always edit. Editors have done a fantastic job. I'm just kind of trying to take this in a different direction and something that's more manageable for me, a little bit smaller scale of a project. I guess what I'm saying is most of the videos on this channel from now on are going to have more of a chill vibe, not really edited a whole lot. A channel where I can post whatever and just yap about whatever I want over some gameplay. One thing I did want to do is start making these little video log things. I'm referring to these little video journals, if you will. One of the series I wanted to do is continuing this Mario Kart progression, because on the last race, as you just saw, I hit 10.6K, which is pretty huge. I don't know what I'm going to hit today. This is going to be a shorter video, so you'll probably just see a couple more races here. But yeah, I want to document my progress. This is a game I've never really gotten to play competitively. One of the main reasons being I haven't really owned a Switch until last year. I would very much like to document my progress of actually improving at this game, which I think I've already improved a little bit, marginally. This is a game I really do enjoy. This is the only thing I have a plan for right now, but what I actually talk about in these videos will just kind of be random, whatever's on my mind, and I think that's a healthy way to go about doing it. Rexy Flipnote and Rexy Games videos are gonna hit different, you know, different vibes. I'm not doing my bit crushed Flipnote voice I'm known for on this channel. None of that. I'm trying to keep these two things kind of separate. I don't plan to do a whole lot more promotion on this channel. I don't really think there's a point to. If you go to my main channel, you'll see this channel's linked anyways. I think if people are curious enough, they'll find this channel naturally. And in the month I haven't uploaded, I at least gained a couple hundred subscribers, so it's clear that some people are still showing interest. But there kind of is a pressure now. Like, I try not to let it get to me, but at the end of the day, on the Rexy Flipnote channel, there is a lot of pressure for things to be bigger and better. And I want a channel where that's not, like, very much not the case, and I can just upload whatever, because I did that for a little while on YouTube. I don't know. It feels like the pressure is taking off me on this channel, and I can just kind of relax and do whatever and not worry about anything being too perfect. I'm really not even referring to my flip notes when I'm talking about this on my main channel. It's these longer videos I'm planning to make, which I guess is another talking point I should bring up in this video. Recently, a huge feat I accomplished, which I'm very proud of myself for, is making a flip note animation every single day for a year, which it didn't start that way. And I have a video on my main channel, which I can link in the description if you're interested, kind of laying out how I did that, my creative process, if any artists are interested in looking at that. But at this point in my career, if you even want to call it that, on YouTube, it's very scary, because I don't really have the future planned out that far. All I know is I want to keep doing flip notes, not have them daily, but keep doing animations and have some kind of long form type of content on my main channel. Which, like I said, very scary because I'm kind of known for only flip notes, but I'm trying to slowly make this, I guess, cross this bridge of being known for higher quality, longer form stuff with a very similar aesthetic. But this isn't like something I thought to transform my channel overnight. Pretty much ever since I hit 1 million subs in September of last year, when I started this channel, I was already thinking of moves to kind of change my content out. Because for one, just having flip notes, I get the channel's Raxty flip note or whatever, but just having flip notes and nothing else, I feel like would get stale, at least to me. If I'm not careful. And I don't want to burn out on doing those, so slowing down those uploads quite a bit to like 3 a week, 2 a week. I've only made 1 since I came back from my 2-week hiatus on my main channel, but that's kind of the pipeline for a lot of people anyways, right? It's like you get a following, and then you kind of have this motive to, well, there are a lot of people watching, so you know you can make your videos bigger and better and still do a lot of the stuff you're known for, like I said, not quitting flip notes or anything, but having something like a big project to look forward to, because I really do enjoy that process. I made this 16-minute long video, right, that just came out a few days ago. It took me about 2 weeks in total. I'm recording this on Sunday, March 16th, but it came out yesterday as of recording this. Very proud of that video, but just the process of the actual writing process of it, revising that, animating, editing, doing my voiceover, everything, that whole process was really, really fun to me. My plan, tentatively, is to make 2 of those a month, pretty much until the end of the year. It's gonna give me enough time, I think, to test the waters and see if people actually like that. There is an element of this kind of YouTube being my job thing that I didn't consider until much later. In fact, I've only had to think about it recently now, where I could try something new on my channel, but if it doesn't do well for me, like financially, I kind of have to ground myself back in what works well for me, because I'm kind of writing this thing eggs all in one basket. YouTube is kind of my main thing right now, and I took a big risk in doing that, because my channel was growing very, very fast over last summer, and I had, I think, 850,000 subs. So definitely not a small channel at all at that point, but at that point I was gaining maybe 200k subs a day, and my channel was like at its all-time peak, which I've fallen quite a bit far from, but just due to really, really viral hits like Gamblecore, we can just assume that's like, you know, that was like a period of crazy growth because of stuff like that. Like that's when I was just getting my start. But now it's kind of like, as I evolve my content, there is this element of fear. It's like, well, what if I fail? And I ultimately came to the conclusion that I'll never know unless I try it, so I might as well try it, because I don't want to be stuck doing the exact same thing the exact same way forever. Because for me, especially, and I don't know, you can probably somehow tie this to me having ADHD, but in a lot of hobbies I've started, if I'm not careful, I get burnout really quick on them, because I'll get like hyper fixated on them to the point where I'm like doing it, you know, 10 hours a day for like a very short period of time. Like if I say pick up some new game I like or something, I'll play it so much that I just hate playing it after like a month or two. And it's really like that with a lot of creative hobbies. I think the main reason that kept me actually able to make one of those animations a day was that it only took me about an hour, right? It wasn't like an all day long commitment. Most days I would wake up and the first thing I would do was just animate it to get it out of the way. And it kind of felt like a morning routine, in the sense that like you might shower in the morning or wash your clothes or go to the gym or whatever. And, you know, a lot of stuff like that. It can be a, you know, hour-long routine for a lot of people. So it kind of felt like that. And anything that's low commitment like that, like it doesn't take more than an hour, I think is the easiest way you can actually keep doing it, where you're not, you know, wasting away your entire day just dedicating it to one specific thing. That being said, like there's a parallel here with how I did it on my main channel with those animations and how I want to do videos on here. where it's way less stressful just having me edit these, have them be a lot shorter, and just kind of make it a place where I can offload whatever's on my mind for the sake of me while keeping my sanity, but also I guess so people can understand what's going on and where I'm at creatively. And also just, you know, at its core to play video games, because I like video games. I like Mario Kart. I like other stuff too, and we'll find a place on this channel for some other stuff. But right now, man, I'm just on the Mario Kart grind, and I like to be able to do that and document it for other people to see while talking about, you know, other things too. But going back to what I was saying about with my main channel, dude, that's my job. That's like my main source of income now, which sounds great, but it's also scary because YouTube is a super unstable job, like in general. Like how many views and who's watching and what kind of videos you're making all heavily change how much you're actually getting that month. And I kind of made an agreement with myself where as long as I was making as much or more than the job I quit, I'd keep doing this. And we're not in the danger zone or anything, but you know, seeing it, especially during months like January, which are very sketchy months on YouTube, like that's when you have like the least amount of advertisers and stuff, you see a big dip in revenue, and even that was scary, even though I knew it's everybody's seeing the same thing pretty much. It's scary, man, because it's like, you know, I'm not in it for the money or anything, but also it's my job. I have to at least make a livable income from YouTube. So I don't know, I guess to say all that to say, like, I'm very excited to be doing this new kind of phase of content, and on this channel, just keeping this channel active. But it's scary. It's really scary, man. I don't think people think about that, or YouTubers talk about that a lot, but it is kind of scary having this as your job. It's a very uncertain job. And you had stuff from years ago, like the adpocalypse and stuff, where people weren't like hardly making anything from YouTube for a while. I'm in this for the ride, the good and the bad, and you know, whatever happens, happens. But like I said, I can't know if this kind of new phase of content I'm doing is gonna work or not unless I make an honest effort for like multiple months and actually try to get this to work. And I think it will, because it's something I've thought about for months. I've thought about, like, what does my audience like, right? And then how do I incorporate that into a longer form of content? And there's also the question too about if I keep this up for long enough, like longer form content, maybe I'll start getting some sponsors, and that's an easy way for me to actually make a more stable income. And I understand a lot more now why a lot of YouTubers have those, because it's certainty, you know? Aside from it just being AdSense revenue, you actually have like a set in stone, like your sponsors paying you this to do a... Anyways, I get it. I get it. But yeah, I hope some of this video helped kind of explain where I'm at with this channel and what's on my mind. And there's going to be a lot more videos like this in the future. It's just going to be on a very loose schedule, just kind of whenever I want them. But I'll try to get one out every couple weeks or so. There might be 2, 3, 4 week gaps in there, but we'll see what we can do. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day, if you're doing anything for that, and a wonderful rest of your March. I'm not sure when I'll see you again, but I hope it is pretty soon. See you guys.